you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you
Ah,
hear me?
yeah. Yeah, I can hear you clearly. You can hear me
Okay.
clearly. Yeah.
Yes, that's great.
Mm.
So, good morning. My name is Teacher Dre, and I'll be your teacher for today. How
Yeah.
about you? What is your name?
My name is Shin. Yeah,
Hello,
call me
Shin. How are
Shin.
you
Yeah.
doing today?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing good. This is actually my last class, so I'm a bit pumped up.
Yeah.
So,
Mm.
what are your activities for this day, Shin?
Um. I wanna discuss about eating less chocolate.
Eating less chocolate. Okay, that's under beginner, right? This is the
Yeah.
second article.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me go
Right.
ahead and pull that up here.
Mm.
So, how would you like me to correct you, Shin? Is that immediately before we end our class or through your feedback box?
You can correct me whatever way you want.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So, have you already read this article, Shin?
Yeah. More than two
Mm-hmm.
times.
Oh, that's great. So, you already know the article. Can you please summarize this article for me?
Like this article is about chocolate. Actually, is about people who have hard time making their ends meet.
That's right.
Yeah.
So it's actually about the
Mm.
decreasing consumption of chocolate, right?
Yeah.
So the people in the US and Europe are eating less chocolate.
Mm.
And because of this, there is actually a big impact when it comes to the farmers.
Mm. 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 Yeah.
So
Right.
because they are eating less chocolate, of course, these big companies are not producing a lot of chocolates. So
Mm.
they are not buying a lot of cocoa beans from these farmers in the West African country.
Mm.
So may I just ask you, Shin, how do you feel about this?
Like it's sad. It's definitely sad during this coronavirus. Like lots of people in developing countries have a hard time
That's
making their livings. So it's sad story
that's
basically.
actually correct.
Yeah.
So we all know that during this pandemic, some people lost their job,
Mm.
and of course, these farmers are affected by the coronavirus pandemic as
Mm. Mm.
well.
Mm. Mm.
So because of this, they cannot sustain their daily needs, right?
Mm. Mm. Right. Right.
Mm-mm. And what's the saddest thing about the article is this. Do
Like
you agree with me?
yeah. Like farmers don't have enough money to send their children to school. Yeah, that's
That's
the
correct.
saddest part of this article.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
So, how about you?
Mm.
How do you find this sentence?
Um, like it's really really sad. It's kind of for parents who have their own kids. Like it's the last thing they wanna do.
That's actually correct because
Mm.
actually for us or if, for the parents, right, they do
Mm.
want their children to be able to study or they do want to send their children to school.
Yeah, right.
But because of them not being able to sell their cocoa beans,
Mm.
they do not have enough money to send their children to school. So
Mm.
that's a bit frustrating or that's really sad.
Yeah, right. Really sad. Yeah, agree with you.
Mm-mm. So how about you? May I just ask you, do you have any kids or are you still single, Shin?
Um, two kids.
Oh, you have two kids. So
Yeah.
they're already studying, right?
Like um, one one kindergarten, one daycare.
Oh,
Like six
they're
or
still
three?
young.
Yeah, still young. How about yours? How
I
old?
actually I do have a daughter and
Yeah,
she's 5 years old.
five
And
years old.
because of this pandemic, they are having their online classes. We
Um,
do not have the face-to-face classes here in the Philippines.
mm. So she stay. She stays with you, right?
Yes, she's staying with me.
You work from home. she work from she study from home. Yeah.
Yes, that's right. I am working from home. She's studying from home. So we are just staying at home.
Yeah. Right.
It's actually a bit advantage for us working from home because
Mm.
we still can have our salary or we still can
Mm.
have enough money to
Mm. Mm.
sustain
Mm.
our
Mm.
daily
Mm.
needs
Mm.
even though that we are staying at home.
Mm.
How about you? What do you do for a living if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah. I don't mind. Like to be honest, I was fired the other day. Yeah.
What happened?
Like it seemed like to me like they wanted to cut the cost
Mm,
by laying off some employees that
that
that are completely useless.
that's
So
really sad. So
I'm one of them. Yeah.
oh no, you can't call yourself useless
Yeah.
because I can say that you are really working hard. But
Yeah.
I think that the company really do need to cut the costs, right?
Yeah.
Or cut expenses. That's why they did um they did fire some people. But I hope that you would be able. I know that you would be able to find a new job.
Yeah. I'm trying. Yeah.
Because yeah, we actually need to have our own job, right? Our salary for
Mm.
us to be able to sustain the needs and for us to send our money, or
Mm.
sorry, to send our children to school.
Right. Right.
That's why when I am actually reading this article, when I was able to read the sentence that I
Mm.
highlighted here,
Mm.
so I said, oh, that's a bit sad because the parents actually just want their children to go to school. It's
Mm.
actually their right to go to school.
Mm. Mm. Right. Right.
So, for you, what do you think is the best way for us to be able to help this? Or, for example, we do have the chance to help these farmers. What do you think is the best way that we can do?
Um. Have much more chocolate. Yeah.
That's right, have much more chocolate because
Yeah.
if you are consuming a lot of chocolate, of course,
Yeah.
these big companies will produce a lot of it, and
Yeah.
then of course they would be buying a lot of cocoa beans from these farmers.
Mm.
So may I just ask you, Shin, I know that you have already read this article a couple of times and have already talked to a lot of teachers regarding this article.
Yeah.
But do you still have any questions regarding the article?
This article.
Yes.
No, not really. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you are just interested about this one. That's why you want us to talk about this article.
Yeah. And you wanna talk about another article? Like,
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, yeah.
Because
You
we
you
still
can
have a lot
choose.
of time.
Yeah, you can choose. Yeah.
Now, how about you? What do you want? Would you like to talk about the first one or the third one? This.
I don't care. It's up to you.
Mhm. No, I think it's more
Mm.
timely to talk about the third one. Would that be okay? It's about Islam and vaccine.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Were you able to read this article, Shin?
Not yet.
You can go ahead and read it if you want.
Yeah. Um, almost 90% of the Indonesian population are Muslim and they practice Islam. They are halal products. Halal. What do you mean halal products?
Halal
What you mean?
products. These are actually the things or the products that Muslim
Muslim
can
can
eat
eat
or
or
use.
use.
Yes.
Okay, halal products are things which Muslim cannot eat. Uh, okay, Indonesia wants to start mass vaccination against COVID-19, but some people say that the vaccine is not halal. Oh, really? It's kind of hilarious. Some vaccine usually have gelatin in them, and it often comes from pigs. Islam does not allow Muslims to eat pigs, and pigs are not halal. This is the reason why many people are afraid to get the vaccine. Indonesian Muslim official must decide if it's okay to use the vaccine or not. A Russian company which makes the vaccine for Indonesian did not say it. there was gelatin in the vaccine. Other companies which makes vaccines for other countries said that their vaccines did not contain gelatin. Yeah, okay. Like,
Hmm.
yeah,
So this is actually regarding the mass vaccination,
yeah.
but most of the Muslim or the Indonesian population are Muslims. That's
Mm,
why they are opposing, right, for
mm,
the mass
mm,
vaccination
mm,
because of the gelatin which is contained in the vaccination.
mm,
So how do you find this article, Shin? What can you say about this article?
like, um, how can I say? It's I don't know. It's quite quite controversial issue to talk about. Like for people who believe in like their God in Muslim,
Mm-hmm.
it's like a controversial. But for people like me who who don't believe in any God, it it it's simple. It's simple, but I
Mm-hmm.
don't know.
That's actually correct. It depends on the beliefs of the people, right?
Yeah, right.
So for them, they do not want to eat
Pigs.
products from pigs.
Yeah.
That's why they do not want to have this mass vaccination.
Mm-mm.
But you mentioned that for you,
Mm.
how about you? Would you like to have the vaccination just in case that it's already available in your country?
Yeah. I will. I would.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's right. Or let's just put it this way.
Mm.
Let's say
Mm.
that you are a vegetarian,
Mm.
okay?
Ah.
And let's just say that this vaccine
And
contains,
yeah, vaccine with gelatin.
yes. Would you still take it or not?
Um, maybe I would take it. Um, actually, I cannot relate it to like vegetarian or
uh,
vegan or some people like
because
that.
it's actually different, like, because we are talking about religion here.
Yeah.
Mm-mm, that's right. Actually,
Uh,
if you're going to ask me, I would like to have the vaccine
yeah.
because I do want to be safe from the
Yeah.
COVID-19 disease. Because
Yeah. Safety
we do
comes
have,
first for
correct,
person like us. Yeah.
that's right. Because we do actually want to have our normal lives back, right? I
Mm,
do
mm.
know that you have a lot of plans before pandemic.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
But because of the pandemic, they were all cancelled.
Mm,
And of course, we still want to have this, or we still want to do these things, but
mm,
we
mm,
can do this once the COVID-19 is already over.
mm, mm.
May I just ask you, how did you cope with the COVID-19 pandemic?
How did I what?
Cope. What are the activities that you have that are, did you stop from working
Uh,
when the COVID-19 strike your country or not?
please say again. I cannot
Mm,
get what you're saying.
because here in the Philippines,
Uh,
when the COVID-19 struck, we
uh,
had our lockdowns. So
yeah.
we are not allowed to go out.
Uh,
We are just allowed to go out when we are going to buy foods.
okay.
So some of the people actually lost their job.
Mm-mm.
But how about you?
Mm.
What are your experiences regarding this pandemic?
Like nowadays, the gatherings of five or more people are banned here in Korea. Private
Mhm.
gatherings. So
Okay.
like it's nowadays it's quite hard, maybe impossible for me to take my own family out for dinner or something like that. And I used to take my kids to park and amusement park, some places like that. But nowadays I don't. Actually, I can't. This pandemic like has huge effect on our life.
That's actually correct.
Yeah,
So
the way I,
you've
the
mentioned,
yeah, right.
as you've mentioned, you do have a lot of
Mm.
activities pre-pandemic, right? Before the
Yeah,
pandemic strikes.
yeah, right.
So, and actually, it's a big there's a big impact with the children as well,
Yeah,
because they
they
cannot
wanted to
enjoy.
play.
That's right. They
They wants
wanted
to
to play,
play.
but we cannot allow them to go out because we do not know if the person beside them has the COVID-19 virus or not. We are just just want to be safe, right? That's why we are not
Yeah,
allowing them to go out.
like there's this huge side effect of this pandemic. Side effect of staying at home all the time with your daughter. Like, like I'm pretty sure she's begging you to play with her all the time.
Actually, that's
While
right
you
because
have class, right?
that's actually correct.
Yeah.
So she's always bugging me, let's play,
You
because she's bored.
yeah, right, right. But you have to work. You have to
That's
you're a
correct.
mother and you need
Hmm.
a source of income like me. Yeah. We have to work, but our kids our kids just wanna play with us all the time.
That's actually
Yeah.
correct. Because when they are still going to school or they have their face-to-face classes, of course
Mm-mm.
they have their
Mm,
friends,
mm-mm.
so they can play with their friends. But now they
Mm.
do not have any friends, or they do have their friends, but they were not able to meet their friends and have play dates, right? That's like now they are just bugging us to play with them all the time, even though that we need to have our work done.
Like I'm pretty sure you have this experience like me. Like one day I got really stressed. I got really stressed out at work and like I felt they were trying to fire me. I sensed
Mhm.
it, and when I got back home, like my son my son begged me to play with him like badly, so I took it out on my son.
That's right. There are
Yeah,
actually instances like that. That
yeah,
you're just because of stress, you're
mm,
just going to burst out, right?
yeah, right.
Without knowingly, or actually, you do not want to do that. But there are instances that if they keep
Yeah,
bugging you,
burst out
they are
on
the ones.
keys who
Yeah.
doesn't who
You're
don't
just going
deserve
to
at
burst
all. Yeah.
out. That's right. But after that, I know that you felt guilty.
Ah, yeah, right, right. That's the vicious cycle.
That's correct. I
Yeah,
actually felt that one as well.
yeah,
So if you are stressed out from work and then she keeps on telling me let's go play, or she's so she's asking me a lot of things, right?
yeah.
Of course you're just going to burst out, and after that you're just going to think, what happened? What did I do that?
Uh,
I should not be, or it was not supposed to happen, right? But
yeah.
we can control the instances.
Hmm. Right, right.
And I hope that they would still understand, even though they are still kids.
By the
Well,
time, by the time they, by the time they become 20 years old, 20, 21 years old, they are going to forget what they did to you.
mm, hopefully, and hopefully that they will be able to know the reason why that happened, right? That instance happened.
Yeah.
So, um, going back then, since you mentioned that this children, you were not able to get go out with your
Mm.
family
Mm-mm.
because of the what do you call restrictions, right?
Mm-mm.
Restrictions that you have there in Korea. What are the things that you are doing at home for you to be able to
Mm.
still enjoy the time with your family?
Uh, with my family,
Mm-hmm.
just play with them. To play with my kids, like doing some puzzles and like My my wife the other day bought a trampoline.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Yeah,
trampoline.
for our kids, the small one,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I
I bet they are going to enjoy that one.
yeah, right.
They really enjoy that one, right? So at least you still have activities that is planned for these kids because we do want them to enjoy.
Mm,
Because when I am actually talking to one of my students, she is a kindergarten student.
mm.
I'm sorry, kindergarten teacher,
Ah,
and she
yeah,
is
not
telling
students
me
but
that
teacher. Yeah.
yes,
Mm,
because of the pandemic,
mm.
there are a lot of opportunities, or these students miss a lot of opportunities,
Yeah,
right?
right, right.
Like going out, yeah. So, and we really hope that this will be okay one day.
Mm,
And I really hope that yes, someday this pandemic will end, and we would be able to go back to our normal lives like we are doing
mm.
before pandemic.
Oh, yeah, right. I hope. I
So
really hope.
yes, I really do hope so. But may I just ask you, Shin, do you have any questions for me? Any questions? I can try to answer it.
Any questions? How many kids? One daughter?
Yes, one daughter only.
Yeah.
But she's like a boy. She always wants to play
Yeah.
um, toys that is actually suited for boys.
That's what kids do.
Yes,
Yeah.
sometimes they just want to try other things.
Mm.
But it's okay. But it's actually the only time that I enjoyed staying at home because I can be with her. Because the past years I am just studying. I'm not yet done with my studies the past year. I just graduated last year.
Uh-uh.
So when the pandemic strike and when we had the lockdown, that's the only time that I had most of my time with my kid, with my
Mm.
daughter.
Mm. Mm.
So do
Yeah.
you still have any questions for me, Sheen?
No, not really, actually. Yeah.
Okay, so I do thank you for our I do thank you for your time then and thank you for having a class with me, Shin. I
Yeah.
hope that I can still meet you
Yeah.
next time
Yeah.
and have a class with you.
Yeah. Nice. Nice talking to you, and I hope you have a great time with your daughter after this class. Okay.
Thank you, you
Yeah.
too. Do have a great day.
Yeah. Okay. Bye bye.
Bye bye, Shin.
Yep.